Welcome to Impact OC, the only program showcasing the people and organizations shaping Orange County. With your host, Don Camber.
Hello, live from the OC Talk Radio studios at UCI's Beale Applied Innovation Center. I'm OC Talk Radio Public Affairs Director Don Camber with another great guest positively impacting our community. Today I welcome Travel Santa Ana President and CEO Wendy Haase-Roberts. Thank you, Wendy, for being on Impact OC.
Happy to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Wendy, I understand Santa Ana is being promoted as a city where creativity and innovation are more than just buzzwords. Please explain your overall marketing efforts to promote Santa Ana as authentic and different from the rest of Orange County.
Well, let me start from the beginning. Travel Santa Ana didn't exist until January of 2021. We're one of 9 destination marketing organizations in Orange County, and for a city the size of Santa Ana, second largest in the county, to not have any tourism promotion was kind of unheard of. So they started Travel Santa Ana, and I was the first employee to begin in August of 2021. Since then, we had to create not only a brand for a destination that was pretty unknown in comparison to its counterparts in Orange County, but I also had to build a destination marketing organization from the ground up. So we started with a thorough branding initiative. We hired an agency to do community engagement. We did surveys. We did interviews with residents and key influencers within the community leaders, and we came up and realized that Santa Ana is something truly original and unique in comparison to the rest of Orange County. Our arts and culture definitely make us stand out, along with 78% of our population being Hispanic. That's certainly reflective in the festivals and events that we have, but also in our culinary scene. So we moved forward with that. We looked at creating an identity for ourselves, and we knew that based off of the passion and pride that the community had for this destination, that we couldn't come in with a corporate logo, so to speak. So we worked with 5 local artists to create 5 different signatures of Santa Ana, and each of them is reflective of how they feel about the community they call home. And we use those interchangeably throughout our marketing efforts. We use them as Santa Ana. We also use a Travel Santa Ana version. We utilized those, again, throughout our marketing efforts. And we also did a photo shoot where we had all local residents participate in the photo shoot. So every photo that you see that we use in our collateral, from our visitor guide to our ads, are real people that call Santa Ana home. So we're trying to be very authentic in the messaging. We're very welcoming. Like I said, the community is very prideful and passionate, and that is certainly something that visitors look for when they're looking for a destination where they can feel welcome, where the residents of that destination, that city, have a passion and pride for the place that they call home.
We'll talk about the roots of Santa Ana.
Santa Ana was founded in 1869, and as I said, it grew. There's been some dark spots in the city's history for different reasons, but it's a governmental hub. We have the original OC courthouse, where the courthouse now, the federal building. So it has that recognition from the state as being the governmental hub for the county. But there's a large Chicano heritage that's reflective in the 200 murals throughout the city. And today there's the word gentrification that's kind of a little bit scary. But it's a balance of keeping the traditions and what people love about the city, the love about the place that they've called home, and making it move forward and be successful. What other destination do you have where you have quinceanera stores and food carts, and you can hear Mexican, Spanish speaking, when you're walking down the street?
Define proud Santanera and Santanero.
So this was a project that was originally something that the Santa Ana Business Council had done. They had done a bunch of interviews with people who had business owners that had called Santa Ana home. And it was about their journey coming to Santa Ana. And they asked us if we would do a video series. And we looked at it and thought, this fits in a line with our brand about people being prideful and passionate. And these are people, for us, a definition of a proud Santanero or Santanera is someone who calls Santa Ana home and who is prideful and passionate about that place. Doesn't matter if you've lived there your entire life or if you moved there 3 years ago. If you're prideful and passionate about the place that you call home, you're a proud Santanero. And so we took that and we interviewed and did a video series. We're now up to 12, and we have another 3 that we'll have at the end of the year. We asked them what makes them proud to be a Santanero or Santanera, and then what would they recommend to a visitor. And the best part of this whole project was that all of their recommendations are authentic and they're in line with our brand. We didn't have any cue cards. They did all of this on their own. We have a whole video series of them on our website at travelsantaana.com as well as on YouTube.
Is that bilingual?
We have one of them that is bilingual. It's the owner of the tattoo parlor. He and his wife spoke Spanish. The rest of it is not bilingual. We have our visitor guide that's translated into Spanish as well as our website.
Describe the architecture.
Well, if you haven't been to Santa Ana, the architecture is amazing. Again, the city was formed in 1869 and some of the buildings still stand. We have the Spurgeon Clock Tower, like I said, the Old County Courthouse, and the Preserve OC offers walking tours, and you can hear the history about all of the buildings, and a lot of them have been refurbished and renovated into coffee shops and movie theaters, and it's pretty spectacular. It's like walking into an old-time movie.
Arts and museums.
Well, we have the Bowers Museum, which is Orange County's largest museum. We have dozens of galleries. There's the Art Walk, which is the first Saturday of every month. That is, the galleries open up for free for visitors and residents to come in and explore. There's entertainment, there's vendors. The whole Second Street Promenade is closed off and people can walk around. But it's really the difference between our arts and culture and other areas of Orange County is ours is a lot of artists of color and LGBT artists that are highlighted with our arts.
The zoo.
Oh, the Santa Ana Zoo. The Santa Ana Zoo is city owned. It's a delightful little zoo off the 55. They have a giant river otter exhibit opening up soon. They have a goat area that you can go in and feed the goats. There's a lot of educational opportunities. They have a carousel that has animals that are endangered conservation. They call it the conservation carousel. You can also see the anteater from UCI at the Santa Ana Zoo.
Downtown.
Well, you mentioned the architecture. Downtown is also home to the art galleries, but also with that, 200 murals. You can discover them through self-guided walking tours. We have all 200 plus murals and sculptures on our website through a public art guide. Many of them are in alleyways and on utility boxes. But there's amazing restaurants downtown, including Alta Baja Market, which is owned by a woman who has a Mexican wine, wine club. And so she has the largest collection of Mexican wine anywhere in California. She also serves amazing micheladas. She's part of our michelada guide.
What is a michelada?
A michelada is a traditional Mexican cocktail. It's technically beer-based, but as mixologists and bartenders have evolved, and so have people's tastes. Some of them are mixed with juice. Some of them are mocktails with Topo Chica. But if you haven't had one, check them out on our website as well. We have about 2 dozen micheladas highlighted in our michelada guide. Everything from the traditional beer-based to those with fruit juices and mocktails.
4th Street Market.
4th Street Market is a food hall, but what makes 4th Street Market a little bit different is that a lot of the restaurants are there as it's like an incubator for them. They were exploring to have a brick and mortar and not sure, and this is their starting point, and they go on to have their own restaurant, or they were a food truck and now they're trying to become a brick and mortar. So some of the restaurants are ever evolving. They have a bar called Recess. There's outdoor space with a picnic area, and on Saturdays they have a DJ playing 80s music. It's very family friendly. A lot of big games like the Jenga and things for kids to play with while mom and dad enjoy a beverage and listen to music from their youth.
Artist Village.
Artist Village is an area where there's a lot of art galleries, and it was intended to be also housing for the artists. It's still that, but it's part of the monthly art walk. It's home to a lot of art galleries. It's off of 2nd Street.
How do you market this out of Orange County?
Well, Orange County as a whole is very popular. Everyone knows Orange County. They don't know the different destinations unless you have a mouse or you have a beach. And so we look at promoting Santa Ana as an alternative. You've already seen Disneyland. You've already been to the ocean. Here's something different, authentic, original in Orange County. Or we're also a great hub and spoke destination because, again, most of the visitors, if not all of the visitors coming to Orange County are going to be here by car. We don't have the, best public transportation. So they're going to go off and explore. So stay in Santa Ana, explore all that we have to offer, but then you're in close proximity to Disneyland, the major attractions, and the beaches.
Describe the nightlife.
I think for Santa Ana, our nightlife is pretty active in comparison to some of other cities in Orange County. We have a lot of live music. In fact, we have a whole page on our website designated to live music. A lot of our restaurants and bars turn into little concert venues in the evening. Very diverse, LGBT friendly, as well as, are reflective of our Hispanic culture.
Nature and parks.
Ooh, nature and parks. I think Santa Ana is up to now 48 parks. We just opened a new park earlier this summer. So in the midst of our urban city is 48 parks for people to enjoy a little green and active activities. We have a number of murals in those parks as well. Fitness centers. We have the first recyclable soccer field in the United States. It was made with Frito-Lay packaging, recycled Frito-Lay packaging.
Demographics of the visitors and why they come.
Demographics of a visitor. Believe it or not, we were so new on the scene that when I tried to get any kind of demographics from age and so forth, no one had that information for me because there wasn't a big enough pool to get so we've been curating that with our own research. Right now, we know that our visitors are coming from Phoenix and Las Vegas, the San Francisco Bay Area, Pacific Northwest, and Texas. We also get a lot of overnights from San Diego and LA, which our make of visitor isn't that much different from the rest of Orange County, having been in this industry and marketing this area for a while now. But we're slowly finding out what they look like. And we'll be discovering that more and more as we gather our own information.
Main Place Mall.
Main Place Mall. Well, if you haven't been to Main Place Mall in a while, they've gotten a lot of development going on around it. They just added an apartment complex adjacent. They're going to be reimagining the mall into more of an open air concept. I believe it was that at one time, and then it went into a traditional mall set. So it's trying to evolve. They're going to have an outdoor theater, like an amphitheater. So they've got a lot of plans for redevelopment. They do a lot of events at their mall for heritage, Hispanic Heritage Month. They also do sensory events with the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus for adults and kids with sensory issues. So they're evolving.
How do you want Santa Ana to be viewed from afar?
I want Santa Ana to be viewed as a truly authentic destination. You know, being in destination marketing, we constantly hear that that's what visitors are looking for, authentic. And I think sometimes that word becomes a little trite and a little overused. But in Santa Ana's case, I think it is truly one of these unique destinations. Again, I've been in my position now for just over 3 years, and quite honestly, I didn't know anything about Santa Ana before taking on this role. And I knew that 10 days into my job, I had a very special destination. There was all of this content, all of these amazing people that make up the destination, all of this vibrancy and creativeness, and the story just needs to be told and elevated.
How would you recommend a family enjoy Santa Ana?
I definitely think that a family would enjoy one of our many cultural festivals. There's always a festival going on, and they tend to be free community events. We just had Fiesta Patrias, celebration of Mexican independence, which drew thousands of people from all over. Our art walk is definitely family friendly. The zoo, we have Discovery Cube, which is a STEM museum. We have the Santa Ana Zoo. We also have, for those that are a little bit older kids, we have American Ninja Warrior Park, Adventure Park, which is a takeoff of the popular show where they can climb walls and do all kinds of crazy things.
Is it easy to get around Santa Ana? Do you have public transportation? Is there adequate parking to accommodate people who visit Santa Ana? The typical things you'd ask about any visitor destination.
Well, it depends on who you ask. I mean, parking for any destination, I think, becomes an issue. I personally think that there's ample parking. There's parking structures. There's street parking. If you download the street parking app, it's fairly easy. You park and you walk. Downtown is definitely walkable. Going exploring the public art, the restaurants, 4th Street Market. But we are getting a streetcar, which should be complete, knock on wood, next year. It's been delayed a couple of times. But that'll be a streetcar that'll take visitors from the train station to downtown and then out to Garden Grove.
So when people visit Santa Ana, do you recommend they spend several days there, or can they just make a day trip and just enjoy all that there is to enjoy?
Well, obviously, we want them to stay as long as possible. I think, though, that a visit to Santa Ana would be two to 3 days, and then explore Orange County. I mean, this is a great destination, and you're going to come in, and if you're going to stay in stay in Santa Ana, but explore what we have and make a week out of it, make 4 days out of it.
Because Santa Ana is where the county government operates. So you're dealing with a place that people go if they can get married in Santa Ana. If they need to get any particular government records, they can get it in Santa Ana. But while they're there, then they can just go and enjoy the entertainment or the parks that exist in the city.
Yeah, I definitely, if you're coming into Santa Ana so many people get married at the old courthouse. It's beautiful. You can see a bride on a Tuesday standing out in a beautiful wedding dress. But if you're coming down for jury duty, explore the restaurants. There's some great options right within walking distance of the courthouse. If you have to, come down for any other governmental issue, affair, what have you, definitely make a day out of it.
How do you see yourself expanding the branding of Santa Ana?
There's so much opportunity with international, particularly particularly. We're looking at expanding and marketing into Mexico and Canada. Canada is just a destination that is very attracted to Orange County as a whole. But for Mexico, that's a really untapped market. It's an easy market because we have 78% of our population. So there's a lot of friends and family wanting to come and visit. But with the World Cup scheduled to be in LA in 2026, that's a huge opportunity for Santa Ana to be the one of the locations, because people who travel for the World Cup are traveling even if they don't have tickets because they want to be a part of the experience, a part of the festivities. And so part of our strategic plan is to make Santa Ana one of the best locations to watch the World Cup if you can't go to SoFi.
What's the website to get more information about Travel Santa Ana?
TravelSantaAna.com.
Thank you, Travel Santa Ana President and CEO Wendy Haase-Roberts, for being on Impact OC. And I thank everyone for tuning in. I'm OC Talk Radio Public Affairs Director Dawn Camber. Have an impactful day.
You've been listening to Impact OC, the only program showcasing the people and organizations shaping our community. Right here on Orange County's only community radio station, OC Talk Radio.